On October 24th, 2000, Fox Family aired an episode of Scariest Places on Earth. The second episode discussed the Eastern State Penitentiary, the New Jersey Pine Barrens, and the most unsettling, a man lost in the Paris catacombs. The video shows a man exploring deep into the Paris catacombs, ancient mining tunnels that run deep into the streets of Paris. But the seemingly calm man begins to take a turn for the worst. He points the camera into corridors full of bones as he wanders further and further into the darkness. As the exploration continues, his breathing becomes heavier and his walk more frantic. In only a few short moments, the man is sprinting through the catacombs as if something is chasing him. The camera drops into a mud puddle and records what are most likely his last moments alive. The camera is found years later by cataphiles, men and women who explore and document the vast network of tunnels, and is handed over to local filmmaker Francis Friedland. Around the turn of the millennium, the clip airs on Fox Family's Scariest Places on Earth for the Halloween episode, and immediately, the conspiracy theories begin. So where did this clip come from? Is it real or simply an HR stunt? Although the clip has been seen by millions around the world, the identity of the man was never verified. The cataphiles that turned the tape over to Friedland were also never verified, and there are no local news reports of a camera being found deep in the catacombs. Although the tape is allegedly from the early 1990s, I was unable to find any reports of the incident. In 2017, two teenagers became trapped in the catacombs for 3 days before being rescued by French authorities, with no mention of the video. If the man was believed to be hundreds of feet below the streets of Paris, how did the cataphiles find the tape? How did they manage to get out alive? While they were undoubtedly more equipped to handle the dark, winding tunnels, wouldn't whatever came after the man in the video certainly come after them too? The series Scariest Places on Earth has received heavy criticism for exaggerating stories for shock, and it's not uncommon to stretch the truth for television audiences. Now, while I'm not able to completely debunk this one as much as I would like to, but let's take a look at the evidence for and against the man in the catacombs tape's authenticity. Though there aren't many cases for it being real, the lack of verifiable evidence could point to the man vanishing without a trace and the tape being his real final moments. There are other cases of people wandering into the catacombs and never coming out, such as the case of Philippe Despert, a hospital doorkeeper who wandered into the catacombs in 1793 and was found 11 years later just feet from an exit. Now, if the man wandered into the catacombs without informing anyone beforehand, it is almost impossible to link his death to a random missing persons case from the early 1990s. The catacombs are thought to be roughly 183 miles long, and it's not difficult to imagine becoming another set of bones among the millions that already exist there. Just as the lack of evidence could point to the man in the catacombs being real, it could also point to a hoax. Now, without verifiable evidence of who the man was, along with the anonymous cataphiles, the story remains unverified. The production company had a history of embellishing stories for television, and the lack of evidence alongside it hints that it could all be fabricated for views. The manner in which Friedland acquired the tape is also suspicious. If two explorers stumbled across one of the most famous pieces of found footage in history, why wouldn't their names be plastered all over major news media? The story just doesn't add up. Lastly, The found footage genre was a brand new Hollywood sensation at that time, with the Blair Witch Project quickly becoming a box office hit and raking in over $248 million worldwide in July of 1999. Keep in mind that is less than 1 year before the Scariest Places on Earth episode aired on television. With that in consideration, I think it's pretty safe to say that the Man Lost in the Paris Catacombs video is most likely a hoax and can be debunked. Uploaded on June 28, 2006, this creepy video is a staple in the classic scary video community. The Creepy Videos wiki had very little information on it, but two men are investigating strange noises in the woods and come across feathers on the ground. As they continue investigating, they stumble across a humanoid-like creature kneeling on the ground with what appears to be large broken wings. And this one was pretty easy to debunk. After a little research, and very little research, I stumbled across a r/Lost Media subreddit thread discussing the video's origins. The poster linked me to a website titled Making the Fallen Angel. It was a behind-the-scenes look at how the video was made, and it even showed the fallen angel actor in full wardrobe and prosthetics. So, I do find it interesting that even after debunking the Fallen Angel in Catalonia video, and finding that behind the scenes video, even after it's debunked, knowing that it's not real, full transparency, it still scares the shit out of me. It really does. So I think that says a lot about how good the idea was, the low quality, the acting is very, even though I don't understand what they're saying, the acting is very natural. So hats off to whoever shot that, whoever the people were behind it. But I'm really glad to debunk it, because that scared me for a really long time. So real quick, in doing a bit more research for this topic, I did find a free-to-play browser game of The Fallen Angel. It's really, really short, and it's pretty freaky. I'll add a link in the description, but here's a quick shot of me playing it, and then we will move forward. Turn off the lights, use headphones. Oh no. Click and drag to move camera. Oh. Oh my god. There's no space bar for zoom. Yo, what is that noise? Somebody eating. Oh. Oh god, I don't like this. Is somebody cooking up some potato chips behind me or something? What's going on? Oh, I don't like this. Yeah. Yeah, they're eating potato chips, I think. And I'm up or something. Oh god. Oh.
Sembla que sento sorolls a prop.
Where is he?
Merda, ja es veu algo.
Oh, okay. Surprise! Oh. Okay, well, there's that. That was a lot of fun, so I'll put the link in the description for that. This video was believed to be shot in the Tabuk region of Saudi Arabia and was posted by Jay Manilow in the early 2010s. The man in the video is allegedly a security officer patrolling the Saudi Arabian desert on a golf cart. The man shines his headlights to reveal a woman wearing a white dress with long black hair. The woman scurries towards him as he frantically tries to back up and leave, all while shouting. Now, the video has no reputable sources covering it, and from the translations that I found, he seems to be mocking her instead of beating his pants. It is worth mentioning that witchcraft of any kind is punishable by death in Saudi Arabia. So, is it real? Let's look closer. The man seems to be insulting her as you would a person. That doesn't seem indicative of a paranormal encounter, and the woman moves like a person. Her arms are swinging and her weight shifts as she runs, which indicates a person in a grudge costume. Also, most importantly, she's in a grudge costume, not a witch costume. Much like the catacombs entry, you would think a witch was caught on camera. It'd probably be covered by major news outlets around Saudi Arabia. But the most important red flag to me is that he didn't immediately nope the hell out of there as soon as he saw a woman in a white dress walking barefoot in the road in the pitch black dark. Also, I would like to state again that it is punishable by death to perform witchcraft of any kind. And this video could easily be traced back to the original poster, so it wouldn't be hard to prosecute them. Maybe I'm just not that desperate for clout, but it seems like risking my life for a video of a woman wearing a grudge outfit going viral on YouTube on a channel that wasn't monetized doesn't really seem to be worth the effort. So, final thoughts. This is either his coworkers messing with him or it's all an elaborate hoax. Nothing's for sure, so let me know what you think in the comments. First posted to YouTube in 2005, this video opens with a warning that the two men in the video are still missing, which already is pretty on the nose. Two men are seen walking in a park at night before spotting a tall, creepy man stalking them from the woods. The alleged stalker is initially tall for his first appearance, looking close to around 6 foot or more, but when we see him again on the sidewalk moments later, he appears to be pretty short. I'm guessing the second time he's probably around 5'5", 5'6". Now he is hunched over forward, which will make him appear shorter. But if you're a 6 foot or above, unless you're leaned over at like a 90-degree angle, you're not going to be as short as you was the second time. The third time we see the man in front of the building, he appears to be like well over 6 foot tall. Finally, we see him for the last time as the elevator doors open and the camera cuts to black. Now, in this final frame, the man appears to again be around 6 foot tall, maybe more, but this time he's wearing a different outfit than he was in the first few appearances. Now, there is a website that's linked to this incident, but it appears to be taken down, as all I got was a 404 error. The video uses the classic "these people are still missing" cliche, but upon researching more, I couldn't find any articles about the two men missing under mysterious circumstances, which is honestly even more strange, as you clearly see their faces multiple times, so it wouldn't be hard to identify them. The story claimed to have been originally posted in 2005, although using the Wayback Machine only showed its origins to 2012. So, could the video have been embellished and re-uploaded after its initial virality? Like, they posted it the first time, it got tons of views, so they took it down, edited it more, or re-uploaded it with a different title, something like that, to get more views. Like, and did the killer have time to go home and change into an almost completely different wardrobe? In summation, this video was probably shot by bored college kids. They likely realized that it was going to take more than one day, and the killer may have had classes or had something to do, so they had to find another actor to do it. But the height discrepancy, the wardrobe change, and the lack of a missing persons report, even though they should be very easy to identify, makes this video definitely debunked. It's also worth mentioning that they don't seem to be afraid of the over 6 foot tall dude just stalking them with a sack on his head, so if I were counting, that's Justin 1, Sackhead Guy 0. As far as I can find, this video was posted to YouTube on September 12th, 2007. The girl looks at herself in the mirror before turning back to the camera, but the mirror image stays static, staring into the camera. Okay, why do I have goosebumps? What the hell? This video really freaks me out, and the way the girl stares into your soul makes Writing the script at nearly 2 a.m. seemed like a really stupid idea. The video is taken from a Japanese television show, and no offense to my Japanese friends, but their shows have a tendency to lean on the absurd so much, it makes American reality TV seem like a documentary. So, upon examining the video, it's very clear that the mirror image was freeze-framed and a mask is applied to keep her position into the frame. It's a pretty common tool in Hollywood, but maybe it would be better explained by this Captain Disillusion video that came out roughly around the same time.
The girl glances at herself, and her reflection remains still as she turns back around. But then what happened? Isn't it much more likely that the creator of the video simply froze the footage of the girl's reflection, isolating it from the rest of the image with a simple matte? Notice how this shaky handheld shot becomes perfectly stable just before the apparition appears. It's our old friend Mr. Motion Tracking. If you look carefully, you can even see a slight wiggle and misalignment between the ghost and the edge of the mirror at the very end of the shot. This is because the hoaxer didn't bother stabilizing the camera's rotational movement. As fakes go, this isn't even a very imaginative one.
The fact that the footage goes from shaky as hell to super stable, as if the camera was placed on a tripod, is super suspect, and the freeze frame mask effect is a pretty easy one to pull off. Most likely this was a harmless video of a mother capturing a cute moment with her child that they cashed in on for some sweet money. Hey, so thank you for watching. Be sure to check out my second channel, A Bad Dream, where we do countdowns of pop culture and true crime. The links are in the description. I appreciate you guys watching. As you can tell, I'm getting a little more consistent with these uploads, so I appreciate your time. Have a good week.